Good morning, everyone, and thank you for attending our employer education session. This is our first employer education session remotely, so I hope everyone can hear me and can see the slides okay. We hope everyone is doing well and safe as well during this COVID-19 crisis. All right, so let's get going, and we'll start with today's webinar. Today's webinar, we're going to be looking at all of the 2019 annual member statements. So joining me for today's presentation is Sandy Cook, Manager of Employer Services. We also have Diane Smith, who's Manager of Communication, who will assist Sandy and I with any questions you may have during today's session. So our agenda for today is as follows. First, I will provide an overview of the revised active member statements. Sandy will then review the annual statements for EOM, or Extension of Membership members, deferred members, and retired members. These statements have not been revised for 2019 and will still have the same format as the previous year's statements. As previously mentioned, the active member statements have been modified with a new and simplified design that makes the statement easier to read. Revisions were also made to the statement to incorporate the DB Plus plan design, as 2019 will be the first year members accrued benefits under DB Plus. The statement now covers 3 different scenarios: one for members with the DB Prime benefit only, and one for members with the DB Plus benefit only, and one for members who have accrued benefits under both plan designs. This chart shows what information is on each page of the revised statement. As you will see when we review each statement, the formats of the versions are quite similar. Pages 1 and 2 show the same information on all versions. Page 3 will provide the specific details on the benefits members earned under their current plan design. So this would be either DB Prime or DB Plus. For members with a benefit accrued under both plan designs, there will be an additional page with details accrued under the DB Plus plan design, as page 3 will show the benefits accrued under DB Prime. Pages 4 or 5 of the statement will provide details about the plan provisions, and pages 5 or 6 will provide information on the financial status of the plan and growing plan membership. So let's first take a look at a statement for a member who is accruing benefits in DB Prime only. These would be members who are regular full-time employees and would not have any DB Plus benefit accruals. This is page 1 of a DB Prime member's annual statement. On the right-hand side in the blue screen, there will be the member's name, the date of birth, date of hire, date of enrollment, employment type, and province of employment. This section also states that the member is vested in the pension and also provides the pension plan's registration number and province of registration. This first section of the main body of this page outlines the member's accrued annual and monthly pension up to December 31st, 2019. These are the amounts payable to the member at normal retirement date, which is age 65. The next section shows the member's actual normal retirement date and will also show the estimated date the member would be able to collect their pension as an unreduced pension and as a reduced pension from the plan. In this sample, the member is currently eligible to collect a reduced pension from the plan and is eligible to collect an unreduced pension as of March 31st, 2020. The final section outlines the member's eligible spouse and or designated beneficiaries for survivor benefits. In this bottom right-hand corner of the statement, we have the plan's contact information, which provides the plan's mailing address, direct telephone number, toll-free telephone number, email address, and our website address. Now let's take a look at page 2 of the DB Prime member statement. This page will now show a bar graph to show the members the increase in their annual amount of pension from the amount they accrued from their last statement. This graph will show the amount of annual lifetime pension the member has accrued and is payable at their normal retirement date. This amount will include any pension purchases that the member has made and that were processed by the end of 2019. As this amount shows the amount paid at normal retirement date, it does not include the bridge benefits the member has accrued and would be eligible to receive if they retire before age 65. The accrued bridge benefit amounts are shown on page 3 of the statement. The next section shows the accrued pension amounts in the DB Prime plan design and at the end of the current year and the previous year for comparison. Below these amounts, there's also a statement showing that the member also qualifies for a reduced bridge benefit on December 31st, 2019, that is payable until age 65. So let's take a look at page 3 of the statement. This page will provide lots of details on the member's pension benefit under DB Prime. This first section shows the member's HAPI or highest average pensionable earnings as of December 31st, 2019. This section also provides the AYMPE or average years maximum pensionable earnings as of December 31st, 2019. The next section shows the member's contributions to the plan. The first line shows the total contributions plus interest as of December 31st, 2018. The next line shows the contributions the member made to the plan in 2019. The line after that shows the interest credited for all contributions in 2019. And the last line shows the total contributions plus interest as of December 31st, 2019. This next section shows the amount of pensionable service the members accrued in the plan. The first line shows the total pensionable service to the end of 2018. The next line shows the amount of service accrued in 2019. The last line shows the total pensionable service as of December 31st, 2019. In this section, we show the member's pension, how the member's pension benefit is calculated using their HAPI, AYMPE, and pensionable service shown above. This is the amount of pension the member will receive at their normal retirement date. This section also shows the accrued bridge benefit the member has as of December 31st, 2019. Over to the right here, in this section in blue, we show more details on the plan formula and provide explanations on the highest average pensionable earnings, average years maximum pensionable earnings, and pensionable service. In the dark blue box on the bottom explains that if a member was in the process of completing a pension purchase and it was not completed by the end of 2019, that the purchase will be reflected in a future annual statement. And finally, we show at the bottom here any DB Prime pension purchases and will show by type of purchase. This section will also show the amount of accrued contributions plus interest that were used for the purchase and the amount of service received by the type of purchase. So page 4 of the statement, we have details on the plan provisions. So in this section, we provide information on retiring early from the plan. And in the next section, provides information about survivor benefits offered by the plan if a member dies prior to retirement. On the last page of the statement, there are details about the plan's growth in 2019 and details on how the statement was prepared. In this section, it will show the contribution rates for both 2019 and 2020. Oh, sorry, and then finally, this page also provides the plan's funded status as of January 1st, 2019, and additional information about the plan's investment policy. So now let's take a look at a statement for a member who only has benefits in the DB Plus plan design. So this statement would be for members who enrolled in DB Plus in 2019. Again, the first page is the same for all statements. This page will look the same as the DB Prime statement we just reviewed and has the same information. Please note that in this section, we still show the date the member is eligible for an unreduced pension from the plan. This is required by legislation and will be the same date as the member's normal retirement date, as DB Plus members are not able to receive an unreduced pension prior to age 65. This section will also show the estimated earliest date a member can receive a reduced pension under DB Plus, which is age 50. So page 2 of the DB Plus only statement. This page will also show a bar graph in the future to show the member the amount of increase in their annual amount of pension from the amount that they accrued from their last statement. However, since this is the first year of accrual under DB Plus, the graph will not appear until next year's statement. This will be the case for any new member to the plan in either plan design. So this would be the same for a DB Prime member who enrolled. They would not get a bar graph in their first statement year. The only section that shows is the accrued pension amounts in the DB Plus plan design at the end of the current year and previous year for comparison. Again, the previous year will show as $0 amounts because there was no DB Plus accrual in the previous statement year. On the right-hand side of the blue section is information on the pension benefits and information on the average industrial wage or AIW enhancement that the member is eligible for starting on January 1, 2020. Here's page 3 of the statement, which provides lots of details on the member's pension benefit under DB Plus. Again, this page provides the same information as a DB Prime statement. The first section shows the member's eligible earnings for their DB Plus benefit in 2019. The next section shows member and employer contributions to the plan. The next section shows the member's pension benefit and how it is calculated, and the final section will show any DB Plus pension purchases and will show by type of purchase. This section will also show the amount of contributions for the purchase and those contributions plus interest and the amount of annual pension the member received for the purchase. On page 4 of the statement, there are details again on the plan provisions, and this is the same on all statement versions. And page 5 is the same for all statement versions. However, for the DB Plus statement, it will show the DB Plus contribution rates for the member and for the employer. Now let's take a look at a statement for a member who has accruals in both plan designs. This will be the statement format for OTRFT members who converted over to DB Plus in 2019 and for members who changed plan designs in 2019. So again, page 1 of the statement's annual statement for members with benefits in DB Plus and DB Prime. This page is the same as the other versions and shows the same information. However, in the when you can retire section, this again will show the member's actual normal retirement date and will also show the estimated unreduced dates the member would be able to collect their DB Prime and DB Plus pensions. These dates may be different as the member may be eligible to collect an unreduced benefit prior to age 65 in the DB Prime plan design. The estimated earliest date that you can collect a reduced pension will show us the date that the member qualifies for a reduced pension in their current plan design. So in this example, the member is currently in DB Plus and is eligible to collect a reduced pension at the end of the month they turn age 50. Now let's look at page 2 of the DB Prime and DB Plus member statement. This page will show us a bar graph to show the member the increase in their annual amount of pension from the amount they accrued from their last statement. This graph will show the amount of annual lifetime pension the member has accrued in both plan designs and is payable at their normal retirement date. This amount will include any pension purchases the member has made and were processed by the end of 2019. Again, as this amount shows the amount paid at normal retirement date, it does not include any bridge benefits the member has accrued in DB Prime and would be eligible to receive if they retire before age 65. This bridge benefit amount the member has accrued are shown on page 3 of the statement. Here is page 3 of the statement, which provides details on the member's pension benefit under DB Prime only. This page is the same as the DB Prime statement and shows the same information. Page 4 of the statement provides details on the member's pension benefit under DB Plus and will look the same as the DB Plus statement. One thing to note in the contribution section, we show the grand total of all of the members' DB Prime and DB Plus contributions and interest to December 31st, 2019. This grand total of contributions from both plan designs will show in the plan design page the member is currently in. So for this example, this member is currently in DB Plus. So this grand total line appears on their DB Plus details page. If they were currently in the DB Prime plan, this line would show on their DB Prime details page. Since this member still has benefits in DB Prime and is currently in DB Plus, this section shows how much eligibility service they earned in DB Plus that will be used to determine service for unreduced early retirement benefits under DB Prime. If a member makes at least one contribution to DB Plus in the year the member will in the year, they will earn 1 year of eligibility service for unreduced early retirement benefits in DB Prime. This eligibility service will be added to the service they have accrued in DB Prime to determine any unreduced early retirement benefits in DB Prime. Again, on page 5 of the statement, there are the details in the plan provisions. This is the same that's provided on the other versions. And again, we show the same information on the final page, page 6, growing plan membership. However, it will show the contribution rates for the member based on the plan design that are active in as of December 31st, 2019. In this example, the member was active in DB Plus as of December 31st, 2019. So the contribution rates will show as the DB Plus contribution rates for the member and the employer. If the member was active in DB Prime, it would show the DB Prime contribution rates. All right, so that concludes the overview of the revised active annual statements. So then I think I'll pass it over to Sandy, who will do a review on the remaining statements. Sandy.
Thank you, Bill. Do you want to move the screen over to the next slide?
Okay, yeah, sorry, I forgot I'm driving. I'm also trying to mute people as well. So there we go. Let me go. Here we go.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot, Bill. Welcome, everybody. So now we'll go over the EOM statement. So based on the provisions of the CAT pension plan, an individual's membership in the plan is extended 24 months after they terminate employment. This 24-month period is known as the member's extension of membership, or EOM period. Since the member doesn't make any contributions to the CAT plan and doesn't accrue any additional service in the plan during this 24-month period, they can be considered as having a suspended status in the plan. As a suspended member, they should receive an annual pension statement. EOM statements will be sent to members by June 30th. As Bill previously mentioned, we have not changed the statement design for these statements. So let's review the main components of the EOM member statement. So page 3 of the EOM statement includes milestone dates, demographic information, and annual and monthly pension amounts at December 31st, 2019. The earliest retirement date and earliest unreduced retirement date will not change as the member is not accruing any additional service. The bottom right-hand side of this page includes the member's termination of employment date and termination of membership date. The pension amounts at the top of the page are calculated at the member's termination of employment date and include indexation to December 31st, 2019. Page 4 of the EOM statement shows the highest average pensionable earnings, which is calculated at the member's termination of employment date. In this example, the member terminated on September 30th, 2019. So the earnings and service information in the 2019 row includes earnings and service up to September 30th. This was provided by the employer on the termination benefit application form and the DCT. The earnings information in the 2014 row is calculated by the system to make up the highest 5 consecutive years. The average yearly maximum pensionable earnings is the average of the yearly maximum pensionable earnings in the year the member's employment ended and the previous 4 years. Page 4 also shows the member's total pensionable service from their enrollment date to their employment end date. The first line is the total service at the beginning of the year. Line 2 is the amount of service earned in the current year. For members in their second year of EOM, the service in line 2 will be 0 as no service is accumulated during the EOM period. The green line is the total pensionable service to December 31st, 2019, including any purchased, transferred in, or LTD service. The service split between post-2007 and pre-2008 is to account for the different inflation protection provisions for the different service periods. The bottom of page 4 of the EOM statement includes purchased and or transferred in service. In this example, the member has purchased unpaid leave of absence and transferred in service from another employer's pension plan. In cases where the member has purchased or transferred in more than one type of service, such as leave of absence or pre-enrollment, the details of each service type would appear on a separate line with a summary line that includes total service at the bottom. During the 24-month of EOM period, a member can complete a service purchase or transfer in to the CAP plan that was already started or in progress at their employment end date. This purchase or transfer must be completed before the end of the EOM period. Page 5 of the EOM statement illustrates how the member's lifetime pension and bridge benefit are calculated and includes the member's happy and pensionable service at their employment end date. In the member's second year of the EOM period, the pension and bridge amounts will include annual indexation with the notation that indexation has been applied. Page 6 of the EOM statement includes the member's contributions to the plan, accumulated with interest to December 31st, 2019. There are no contributions during the EOM period. However, interest accrues on member contributions until the end of the EOM date. The survivor benefit section includes the information we have on file in relation to the member's eligible spouse and designated beneficiaries. The onus is on the EOM member to notify the plan if their spouse or designated beneficiary information needs to be updated. We include a member change of information form in every EOM statement package. Can you move the slide? Sorry, thank you. The CAT, now we'll look at the deferred statement. So the CAT plan provides termination option packages to members at the end of their EOM period. If the member elects a deferred pension payable at their normal retirement date, or if they don't elect a termination option within 6 months of having received their termination option package, they become deferred members of the CAT pension plan. As a deferred member, they receive an annual deferred statement from CAT until they retire from the plan. No changes have been made to the format this year for deferred statements as well. Statements will be sent to members by the end of May. Now let's review the main sections of this statement. So page 3 of the deferred statement displays basic information such as date of birth, member ID, termination date, and milestones like their early retirement date and normal retirement date. Page 3 also includes the member's accrued pension at their termination date and at January 1st, 2020. This visual illustrates the increase in the member's pension as a result of annual indexation. As you can see, the pension is shown in both monthly and annual amounts. The early retirement section at the bottom of the page includes the member's monthly bridge benefit as of January 1st, 2020, and notes the 5% per annum reduction applicable to both the lifetime and bridge benefit for commencement before age 65. Inflation protection or annual indexation is on page 4 of the statement. The CAT plan includes different inflation protection provisions for defined accrual periods. So this page is designed to provide a breakdown of the member's monthly pension accrual for each of these periods. It shows the increase in the pension from last year to this year as a result of indexation for each period. Only those service periods applicable to the member will show. For example, if the member enrolled on March 1st, 1995 and terminated on July 1st, 2010, the pre-1982 pension line would not appear. Page 5 is the standard survivor benefits section, which includes the information we have on file in relation to the member's eligible spouse and designated beneficiaries. As usual, the member should review this information to ensure it's up to date and contact us if they want to make any changes. We include a member change of information form in every deferred statement package. So that concludes the deferred statement review. Are there any questions?
Hi, Sandy. I don't see any questions currently in the queue. Let me just see. Yeah, I think there's just some comments about the 5-year happy for the statements, but we've already discussed that. So I don't see any questions on the deferred statements. Let me just check to see if anyone's got their hand raised. And no hands raised. Okay, so we can move on to the retired statements. I'll move the statement on for you, Sandy.
Okay.
There you go.
Thanks, Bill. So let's review the retired member statement. The retired member annual statement is the retiree's main source of personalized information from the CAT pension plan. It provides them with an overview of the amount of pension they are receiving and the inflation protection increases applied to their pension. We also provide statements to surviving spouses. Historically, statements were sent to members or survivors starting the end of March through to the end of April. In early March, we made the decision to hold off on mailing the retiree statements in order to assess the impact with COVID-19. We feel mailing the annual statements this time of year is something our pensioners have come to expect, and we would like to maintain past experience. Therefore, we will be mailing statements in a staggered manner beginning in mid-May. Page 3 shows basic information pertaining to the retired member: date of birth, retirement date, member ID, province of employment, and their annual lifetime pension. Page 3 also shows the retiree's pension as of December 1, 2019 and January 1, 2020. The January 1st, 2020 amounts shown on this statement are based on the tax withholding rates in effect on December 31st, 2019. Since the 2020 tax withholding rates are applied to pensions starting with the February payment, the amount shown above may not match the current monthly payment the retiree is receiving. Tax rates are updated by CBIC Mellon every February. Sorry about that. Page 4 shows the retiree's survivor information. We also provide information about who is their spouse and who is their eligible spouse, what happens if their eligible spouse at retirement predeceased them, what happens if they and their eligible spouse at retirement separate or divorce in retirement, survivor pension paid to their eligible spouse, and what if they have no and what is paid if they have no eligible spouse. Page 5 shows how the retiree's pension increase is calculated. Inflation protection is cumulative. Once an increase is added to a pension, it becomes a permanent part of the retiree's lifetime pension. The pension does not decrease. The inflation protection that will be applied to the retiree's pension is based on when the service was earned. We also provide detailed information regarding the amount of the 2020 inflation protection increase in respect to each period of time. The last page of the statement is the payment confirmation. All retirees and survivors are required to complete this form. This is because the CAT pension plan has a duty to its beneficiaries to ensure that all pension payments are made correctly to eligible recipients under the terms of the plan. It is a useful exercise in maintaining up-to-date information on our pensioners and survivors. This helps us by confirming that we have accurate, complete, and up-to-date information regarding the retiree and their pension benefit. The statements have all been generated and the pensioner confirmation letter indicates a deadline of May 31st. We will be creating a new insert to inform pensioners that the May 31st deadline has been extended to July 31st. We will also be providing alternate methods for members to confirm back to CAT, including our secure SDoc site. Through the spring and summer, we will continue to review the number of received confirmation letters. We historically have suspended pensions for those we do not receive confirmations letters back, and the suspension is typically effective October 1st. We will review the progress of received confirmation letters and decide later in the year on timing and process for any pension suspensions. Okay, so this does conclude our presentation for today. Our next scheduled session is in June. Invitations will be sent out mid-May for this session. We ask that you provide your employer PA with a list of who attended today's session so that we may track this information on your behalf. As always, this information will be provided back to you quarterly and again at the end of the year as part of the attestation process. You will be receiving an email with a link to a brief survey. Your responses will help us in making these sessions more valuable to you. Thanks again for attending, and I hope everybody is doing well and stays safe. Thank you so much.